She's the first rookie to win WNBA Player of the Month since the award's inception in 2010. And last night, they were sky high for Caitlin Clark and the Fever. But to start the season, they had a little bit of a rough go of it.
Yeah, I mean, they're really talented. They have weapons at every position. So just locking in, we knew we couldn't guard a single person individually. We'd have to play team defense. And I thought we did a really good job getting it done.
I think just staying confident and staying aggressive. That's what I tell myself. But I thought they played really good defense to start on us. And then when we kind of got into a flow and played a little bit more in transition, we were a lot.
Ever wonder what WNBA stars do in their downtime? Caitlin Clark and Lexi Hull are living it up, but there's a twist. While they're going viral for their off-court antics, there's a serious battle brewing behind the scenes. Let's break it down. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Picture this. Clark and Hull at an Indianapolis Colts game. The crowd goes wild, phones are out, and social media blows up. These two aren't just teammates, they're besties. During the Olympic break, they hit up Mexico for some sun and fun. Imagine Clark and Hull sipping mocktails on the beach, cracking jokes, and just being regular 20-somethings. But wait, there's more. Hull's not just making waves on the court, she's a fashion icon too. Remember that blazer with disco ball silver pants? Fans couldn't stop talking about it. It's like she's playing her own game off the court. You know what's crazy though? While these two are living their best lives, there's trouble in paradise. Clark's got some serious beef with Nike. You won't believe what's going down with her endorsements. You'd think being a basketball sensation would mean smooth sailing with sponsors, but for Caitlin Clark, it's more like treading water. Why isn't Nike giving her the spotlight she deserves? It's time to spill the tea on what's really going down with Caitlin Clark and Nike. Clark's crushing it on the court, but off the court, that's where things get messy. Nike's dropped the ball when it comes to promoting their star player. Fans are scratching their heads, wondering why Clark isn't plastered all over Nike's social media and ads. It's like they signed her and then forgot about her. What's up with that? Imagine this. You're Caitlin Clark, one of the hottest names in women's basketball. You've got a deal with Nike, the biggest sports brand out there. You're thinking, this is it. I'm gonna be on billboards, TV commercials, the works. But then, crickets. Nike's acting like Clark's just another player, not the game changer she is. Now, let's talk about the real kicker. Clark's not just fighting for herself, she's going to bat for her whole team and the entire WNBA. Get this. Clark's been pushing hard to get bonuses for WNBA players from ticket sales. She's all about lifting up her teammates and growing the league. That's some next level leadership right there. But here's where it gets wild. The WNBA shut down Clark's bonus idea faster than a blocked shot. Why? Because of collective bargaining agreements. It's like the league is saying, sorry, we can't change the rules, even if it means more money for the players. Talk about a buzzkill. You know what's even crazier? The WNBA just landed a massive $2 billion media rights deal. That's billion with a B. Fans are going nuts, asking why players like Clark aren't seeing a dime from all those sold-out games and skyrocketing ticket sales. It's like the league hit the jackpot, but the players are still waiting for their share. So while Clark's crushing it on social media, she's also fighting battles we never see.
Caitlin Clark, Deion Sanders, all in the same boat with historical perspective and knowledge. If Caitlin Clark somehow wins the WNBA championship this year, she will have put together the greatest rookie season in the history of professional sport. More than anything, I'm gonna blast the media.
Well, Teacha's been a big fan of mine ever since I was in college, and somebody that has always been right there to congratulate me or just be somebody that's offered advice. So to pass somebody like her, I'm just forever thankful that she's been such a legend in our game. But it's super cool, but hopefully there's a lot more of those.
She's not just playing basketball, she's playing 4D chess with league politics and sponsor expectations. And Nike, they're sitting on the sidelines while Clark's doing all the heavy lifting. Think about it. Clark's popularity is through the roof. She's bringing new fans to the game, selling out arenas, and making women's basketball must-see TV. But Nike's treating her like she's just another rookie. It's like they've got a Ferrari in the garage and they're driving a minivan. Nike might be missing the mark, but the fans sure aren't. Clark's not just filling seats, she's turning arenas into madhouses. And get this, her rookie stats are so insane, they're making veterans look like bench warmers. You think Caitlin Clark's just another rookie? Think again. She's doing something we haven't seen since Michael Jordan. The Indiana Fever's ticket office is working overtime, and it's all thanks to the Clark effect. Sold out games. That's just another day at the office for Caitlin. Let's talk numbers, because they're absolutely wild. Clark's rookie season is like a highlight reel on repeat. She's racked up 497 points, 232 assists, 161 rebounds, and 78 three-pointers. But here's the kicker, she smashed the WNBA rookie assist record. That's not just good, that's game-changing. Remember when the Fever were struggling at 1-8? Clark showed up, and boom, they've gone 18-10 in their last 28 games. It's like she walked in and flipped a switch. The chemistry between Clark and her teammates, it's off the charts. They're not just playing basketball, they're putting on a show. Now, here's where things get interesting. The WNBA's taking their sweet time announcing Clark as Rookie of the Year. What's the holdup? Some folks are whispering that the league's getting nervous about Clark's skyrocketing fame. It's like they've got a superstar on their hands, and they're not sure what to do with her. But while the league's scratching their heads, Clark's busy changing the game. She's not just scoring points, she's scoring fans. The Fever have shattered WNBA attendance records this season. It's like every game's a sold-out concert, and Clark's the headliner. You know what's crazy? Clark's not just about personal glory, she's lifting up her whole team. The Fever went from bottom of the barrel to playoff contenders. That's not luck. That's the Clark effect in full swing. Think about it. When was the last time you saw a rookie come in and turn a whole league upside down? Clark's not just playing the game, she's redefining it. She's got veterans watching their backs and rookies taking notes. But here's the real kicker. Clark's impact goes way beyond the court. She's not just changing how the game is played, she's changing how it's watched, how it's marketed, how it's talked about. She's making women's basketball must-see TV. Remember when we talked about Nike dropping the ball? Well, they're not the only ones scrambling to keep up. The entire WNBA is in uncharted territory. They've got a superstar who's outgrowing the league faster than they can say ticket sales. Remember Lexi Hull, Clark's vacation buddy? Well, she's got a few tricks up her sleeve too. While everyone's been watching Caitlin Clark light up the court, Hull just pulled off a performance that's got fans buzzing and teammates cheering.
Playing basketball for money and actually getting paid to do the thing that I love is super exciting.
I got to my spots and she can find anyone pretty much anywhere, so I knew when I got it just to do my job and knock it down, and it was a fun game today.
We have a lot of room to grow and we have a lot of potential as a group.
Picture this, Lexi Hull stepping onto the court like she owns it, and boy did she deliver. We're talking a career-high 22 points, sinking 6 out of 7 three-pointers. That's not just good, that's straight up fire. Hull wasn't just playing, she was putting on a show. You know it's something special when even Caitlin Clark can't help but gush. After Hull's breakout game, Clark took to social media with a hilarious declaration. This is now a Lexi Hull fan account. Talk about teammate love. It's like Clark saying, move over world, Lexi Hull's in the house. But here's where it gets really good. During the post-game press conference, Hull dropped a comment that had everyone rolling. When asked about her defensive strategy, she said she wanted to get my hands on as many balls as I could. Innocent enough, right? Well, not when you're in a room full of people with their minds in the gutter. The reaction was priceless. Clark's face, buried in her hands, shoulders shaking with laughter. The media, they lost it. And Hull, she's standing there, probably wondering what's so funny. It's moments like these that show these players aren't just athletes. They're real people who can crack up over an accidental double entendre. But let's not let the laughs overshadow Hull's skills. This girl's not just about offense. She's got a reputation for being a defensive powerhouse. Coaches often task her with guarding the opponent's best perimeter player. That's no small feat in a league packed with talent. Think about it. Hull's not just Clark's sidekick or the comic relief. She's a serious player making serious moves. Her performance isn't just good for her stats. It's good for the whole team. When Hull's on fire, it takes some of the pressure off Clark. And when both of them are hitting their stride, that's when the magic happens. You've got to wonder what's going through the minds of the WNBA bigwigs right now. They've been so focused on the Clark phenomenon, but Hull's showing there's more than one star on the rise. It's like the Indiana Fever hit the jackpot twice. Here's the thing, Hull's breakout game isn't just a fluke, it's a sign of what's to come. She's been putting in the work, grinding behind the scenes, and now it's paying off. And you better believe other teams are taking notice. They can't just focus on shutting down Clark anymore, they've got to watch out for Hull too. This dynamic duo is changing the game, on and off the court. They're not just teammates, they're friends who lift each other up. When Hull's killing it, Clark's her biggest cheerleader. And when Clark's breaking records, you can bet Hull's right there, hyping her up. Caitlin Clark and Lexi Hull aren't just changing the game, they're redefining it. These two are bringing a whole new energy to women's basketball, both on and off the court. It's like watching the future of the sport unfold right before our eyes. Clark's breaking records left and right, while Hull's stepping up with killer performances. But it's not just about the stats. These two are connecting with fans in a way we've never seen before. Remember when Clark said, "It's easy to enjoy the crowds in Indianapolis, people that love their sports. I can't imagine going to a better place." That's the kind of connection that's taking women's basketball to a whole new level. So here's the deal. Clark and Hull aren't just playing basketball, they're changing the game. The question is, are you ready to be part of that change?